Hello and welcome to Glorified Gutsy Gaming. I'm Jake and today I am unboxing Shamans. Studio H. 40 minutes to play, 3 to 5 players, ages 10 and up. You are a shaman. Since the dawn of time, you've been protecting the spirit worlds from the threat of the shadows. Your mission has never been more perilous. Before the moon is at its zenith, you must restore balance to the different worlds to keep the universe from falling into chaos. But what if the danger comes from within your own ranks? Some shamans, corrupted by the shadows, are secretly working against the balance. Perhaps you are one of them. When the time comes, you will be able to read through the schemes of your rivals and find yourself on the right side of this age-old struggle. Each turn, the player who plays the lowest world card claims a relic with effects both varied and powerful. Each tie, a player does not follow the guide. It says tie, I think it's time. Each time a player does not follow the guide, the shadow's influence grows, bringing the pawn closer to the moon and the shamans closer to defeat. By playing the first world card, the guide designates the destination for the turn. According to the team and objectives, the other players can choose to follow or not. Which team you're on determines your victory condition for the round. Save the worlds from collapse or bring them to ruin. The player who places the last card of a world can perform an ancient ritual capable of altering the course of the game. Alright, I'm going to open this up. I really like the box. Art, design, all that. Alright, we've got our rules. Here we go. Concept and goal of the game. Shamans is a trick-taking game that lasts a variable number of rounds. Each round represents a lunar cycle during which shamans and shadows face off. Each round, the players will be divided secretly and randomly between the two teams, shamans and shadows. Indeed, this means that the teams change from round to round. The shamans win the round if they manage to eliminate all shadows, or if the shadow pawn has not reached the end of its track when the players have all played their cards. Shadows win the round if the shadow pawn reaches the moon on the final space of its track. Players score points when they are on the winning team and through several other effects. The players with the most victory points at the end of the game will be declared the winner. Acknowledgements on the back. We have a small component list here. Normal book stuff. End of the round or game. When the players have no more cards in their hands, the shamans manage to protect the spirit world and win the round. When the last shadow is eliminated, the shamans manage to expose all the shadows and win the round. When the shadow pawn reaches the moon, the shadows manage to corrupt the spirit world and win the round. If the shamans win the round, each shaman player who was not eliminated gains 2 victory points. If the shadows win the round, each shadow player who was not eliminated gains 3 victory points. If a player who was not eliminated has 2 or 3 moon shards, that player gains 2 additional victory points. If nobody has a total of 8 or more victory points, begin a new round. The player with the first player marker passes it to the player on their left. You keep nothing but your victory points from one round to the next. All players and all cards are back in the game for the new round. As soon as someone has a total of at least 8 victory points, the player with the most victory points wins the game. If it is a tie, keep playing additional rounds until only one player has the single most points. Note, shadows do not win the round if they eliminate all the shamans, but the shadow pawn has not reached the moon by the end of the round. Ooh. Alright, let's go back to the component list and then go through the box. We've got stuff to punch here. Got the first player marker right here in the middle. An eclipse tile. And then all these smaller ones are victory points. And then these are artifacts, I think. 5 ritual daggers. I see those daggers there. 2 portals, which I'm not sure which ones those are. Maybe the ones right next to the daggers. Moon shards. I guess that's these. And then 2 masks of truth. I guess that's those. Alright. We've got our board. Got one of these. We've got the token for the track, which was the shadow pawn. And then just got some cards. So then we've got our different sets, or whatever they call it, world cards in 7 colors. But these are the different trick colors, and there's different colors that match the board here. So that's that color. Nice color. Some good ranges. And that matches the upper left on the board, and that one on the right. And then we've got our I was going to say factions, which I guess maybe that's not the wrong word, but we've got our 2 shadows and our 3 shamans. And these have the same back, and these have the same back. And that is everything in and on the box. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.